keep it going, man. Let's hear from. I got one more for y'all, man. This is Alontae Taylor. I don't know if y'all heard CBS. He had an interview on CBS when he was talking to a few guys about Kellen Moore and the upcoming season. Let's hear from Alontae Taylor. Y'all know Alontae Taylor. This is a big year for Alontae Taylor. Basically, he the veteran among the cornerbacks, right? You know, the starting cornerbacks there. It's going, you got Kool-Aid, it's him. And, Quincy Riley is another guy that a lot of people think is probably going to end up winning the nickelback job based on if they bring another veteran in. It's a lot of rumorville that the Saints are going to, if it's going to happen, it happen between now and the 23rd. Well, will we see an addition of a veteran cornerback, a veteran wide receiver, and there's stuff going on? Will we see any of these people? Hell, only time will tell, right? So, let me play this interview y'all get from Alontae Taylor. Do me a service, fam. Hit that like button for me as we get it going.
Changes at the Saints. You trade Lattimore at one point during the season. Then as free agent Paulson Adebo leaves, goes to the Giants, making you the OG in the room.
Yeah.
You're the OG in the room. What is that going to transition going to be like for you? Because you have great leadership because you got the safeties, you got Honey Badger, you got those guys. How's that transition going to be for you to be the leader in that room?
I think it's going to be simple and smooth. I think I'm a natural born leader. I think it's just something that's just a knack for me. I think God kind of blessed me with the ability to be a vocal guy, be a guy who can also go on the field and just kind of do it. At Tennessee, kind of had ups and downs. And one thing I for sure could say I did was I stayed true whenever things got bumpy with the coaching changes and things like that. And just kind of show the younger guys kind of how to do it. Like you said, I had Marshawn Lattimore who showed me how to do it. Paulson Adebo, another guy, showed me how to do it. And we still got Honey Badger, right? So I kind of call him like big bro. He's kind of showing me the ins and outs of being a pro on the field and off the field, natural born leader within himself as well. So I think the pieces around me has kind of been perfect. And I think now, like you said, this new opportunity, this new role, and I'm embracing it and I'm ready to go.
What's something about Kellen Moore that you now currently know about him, either as a personality, his personality, a coach? Like, is he cool? Because he seemed to be kind of like just a mild tempered guy, like blah. Right. Is he funny? Is he...
No, he's funny, man. I think coming into, he's a younger guy, so I kind of felt like it was going to be more like my best friend type of head coach. But he has a serious side of him, and I think that's good to have as a head coach because we can take him serious. And he's had success within the league so far, and so I like. I mean, we do a lot of team activities, which is really good to kind of build that camaraderie around with one another. And in the team room, we got a little hoop in there now, so we do a little shooting around and stuff. So he's cool to be around, and I think when we see it on the field, when we vet mini camp a little bit of it, we can see the competitive side of him, right? And I'll be talking trash to Coach Moore, and I think he really appreciates that because he kind of sees the fire side of the defensive guys going against him every day.
Yeah. Going from a DA, a Dennis Allen type system, to Brandon Staley's, what is there any carryover for you, or what's the new nuances of this defense that you're learning now?
Coach Staley, we can kind of pass things off, so we're gonna play a little bit more zone, a little bit more eyes on the quarterback. I think that's going to help a lot within our scheme because we have a lot of guys who can run, right? Like Saints has always did good with drafting guys who have speed and things like that. And just kind of allowing guys to play in their zones will be, I think, helpful for us. Our backs will no longer be to the quarterback so much, so we can kind of, get those turnovers and things that will kind of impact the game.
What's the hidden secret about yourself that nobody know about?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I thrive in the hate, man. I think
you like being hated on?
I don't think nobody likes it, but I appreciate it just because it brings something outside of me that I'm kind of starting to figure out. I kind of had it a little bit in college, but now being where I'm at, I think it's bringing something else outside of me. I think I'm on a big mission this year. I think a lot of people will see that.
You know what you should do this upcoming season with you saying that for all of us, and that goes for all the beat writers in New Orleans. If you want to see him at his best, say something trash about his game. So Rand's point, you're the guy right now in the cornerback room, man, and they're going to expect a lot of good things from you. You had with 16 PBUs, a career high, continue to evolve, and they're going to lean on you. The versatility that he has.
I don't think people know your transition to the corner position and the amount of positions you played coming from high school all the way up to this point. Walk us through that and let the world know how long you've actually been playing the corner position.
Yeah, so high school, kind of real small high school down in Manchester. You put your best player at quarterback. Yeah. So I was quarterback. RPO, really didn't throw the ball too much, ran the ball. So every team was recruiting me as an athlete. The schools that did offer me was like Georgia Tech and Louisville. That's when they had Lamar. So a guy who can kind of run the ball. And so basically I committed to Tennessee. Our head coach, Bush Jones, got fired. I decommitted. Almost went to Georgia after my official visit out there. And then Jeremy Pruitt gets hired at Tennessee. Don't know anybody on the staff, but so I just decided to stay home, went to Tennessee, played wide receiver. So I was getting recruited as an athlete out of high school. So I went to Tennessee in the spring, early enrolled, graduated high school early. Played receiver for 3 weeks, had a team meeting. Coach said he's going to move a couple guys for 3 days. And, I'm sitting there, I'm not getting moved. I ain't never played nothing else but offense. Yeah. And so Pruitt calls my name out and go to his meeting room, and he tells me I'm going to go to corner. And I was really upset.
I can imagine.
I was so upset because I never played it, and I'm a competitive guy. So we get out there, man, in that saving kind of system, we're doing like 2-on-2s, we only do 1-on-1s for real. And so I'm getting cooked. And I just hated it, man, for a long time. I just kept asking Pruitt, can I go back to receiver? Can I go back to receiver? And he just basically ended up telling me, as long as he's a head coach, I'll never play receiver. And he feels like I could be a top corner. So I started playing corner my freshman year of college, and so played 4 years. Final year I played with Josh Heupel team and get drafted, and so now I'm here. So going into year 4 in the league, this would be my 8th year ever playing corner. Yes. And you have guys who, they have the accolades, they got the fame, they got the status, who's been playing corner since they was 5, 6 years old. So I feel like for myself, I'm kind of digging myself out of the hole, only having 8 years of experience, but my ceiling's still high, man. I haven't even reached my best yet. I just get better every year, so I'm looking forward to that.
B-Mac, real quick, he talked to all the Georgia Techs and Georgias and Tennessees. We didn't hear Florida or Florida State in the recruitment.
I understand why he didn't say Florida, but I said,
hold on, see.
What are your expectations, man, for the Saints in totality? A new coaching staff didn't have really a good year a year ago. No one is really expecting you guys to be, relevant, but what's your expectations? And why do you feel how you feel?
I'm expecting us to win our division. I mean, I think I'll be selling us short to think that we can't beat Atlanta and Carolina and Tampa. Those are big games for us. And so I think that's the first step, right? And I think we got to win the division first before we can talk about Super Bowl status. But we haven't won a division in 3 years, I believe it is now. Yeah. So that's priority number one. And I think that we can do that. And I think first it's going to start off by going out there playing for one another. So building that team camaraderie week in and week out. So super excited about getting the training camp.
Real quick, man, you talked about division, right? In the NFC South, you got Carolina, Tampa, and Atlanta. Out of those 3 teams, who do you hate the most?
I know the answer.
We don't really rock with Atlanta, man.
So you hate Atlanta more than the other 2 teams?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Sounds about right.
Yeah, that rivalry there. I lived it for 4 years working for the Falcons. That extends off the field. A little fun question here. 2022 second round pick, right? Got a nice little signing bonus here. Yeah. What was your first purchase when you got?
I got
how much your signing bonus was? I want to
see. Treat you like a rookie.
Yeah, 2.6.
That was before or after that?
Before.
Okay.
After it's probably about 1.2,
1.3,
1.3, I think 1.4.
Okay.
So I went and got the AMG 53 coupe, the Benz. That was like my first purchase. So I'm get mom's crib when I get the new deal.
Being in New Orleans and that fan base, talk to us about what that's like for you, being who you are, because you're a high-profile guy. What's that like playing in that fan base and being in that city?
The best part about it, man, is they show a lot of love, no matter the circumstances of what's going on as far as with our team. They're constantly giving us praise and things like that. So appreciate that. And I think the best part, man, is whenever I think I got to do it twice this past season. You go out there on the field, man, you throw that hand up, and the team, like the whole stadium gets quiet, and you drop it, and everybody starts screaming, "Who that say they're gonna beat them Saints?" It's loud, man, and it's probably one of the best stadiums I played in, other than. In Knoxville, I think Knoxville, Neyland Stadium is probably the latest.
Who's your celebrity crush? It might be seen by a lot of people.
I kind of been, I don't know, Glow Fado.
Glorilla?
Glow Fado.
She been getting a lot of attraction lately.
Yeah, she fought.
You like Glorilla?
She's smooth.
Yeah.
She's smooth.
Glorilla's a football fan.
She like the Steelers, though.
She like the Steelers.
She just took a picture, though, with on her album or her picture cover with Leggett from Carolina for that song.
Y'all do it. He in the video. And y'all got to see each other.
Twice.
Twice.
So guess what
that
happens?
might be for Glorilla love. So Glorilla.
Ma'am.
You got a fan. CB1, Alontae Taylor from Tennessee. He's a fan of your music and he's a fan of you. You've been in the gym, he said, and he want to take you tomorrow.
We're gonna go to Moro Steakhouse. Right?
Oh yeah.
You got
it. We'll get your swag on. So if she comes to the game, you got to put on for the city.
Do that every time.
We're gonna try to make that happen. Connection.
Hey.
Outside the Glorilla, Alontae Taylor.
Yeah, shout out to you, Glow.
All right, so there they go. They're trying to make love connections and stuff. All right, Alontae Taylor, man. Listen, man. What do y'all think about Alontae, man? That was the thing. Still some to do about where does Alontae play. A lot of people think he's going to set up at the nickel position. What do you guys think he play? I mean, we've seen him so far inside and out. I mean, he could play either or. But, we'll see what Brandon Staley got in place for him. Shout out to Jay, man. Thank you for the cash app, my brother. Much love. Appreciate you, brother. For the 20 bones, man. Much love to brother Jay with the cash app, man. Much love, brother. Thank you for that. As always, man. Fam, listen. Man, that's pretty cool, man. Let me give brother Jay a round of applause for that cash app, man. Thank you, brother. And yeah, that's pretty cool, man. And yeah, Alontae Taylor wants to date Glorilla. Okay, I hear you, brother. Let's get this winning on first before you start doing all that extracurricular activities, brother. Let's get this winning on. All right. So anyway, man, listen, man, that's pretty much all I got for y'all tonight, man. On the boxing tip, I see Pacquiao, man. I was watching a little bit of it here. Pacquiao kind of a majority draw right here with Mario Barrios. That's strange, man, because how you let a man came out, a 46-year-old, and this Manny Pacquiao. You give him a little too much respect, right? And Pac-Man was active, but he wanted the best. But at 46 years old, he went with a draw with him. So it's interesting. What does Pac-Man do now, right? What does he do now? I know it was rumored that he wants another, that him and Floyd was going to do a part two, which I don't know why anybody would see that. That would just be that wasn't even close the first time. So no, I don't want to see that. But shout out to Manny Pacquiao, 46 years old. He drew with the champion. That guy had a belt and everything. Pac-Man gave him that work. Beat him up too. And Barrios, man, barely kept his damn belt tonight. So shout out to him. Pitbull Cruz also won tonight. Shout out to Pitbull. He won tonight. I talked about one of the biggest fights, the heavyweight championship between Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois, Dynamite Daniel Dubois, who got blew up on the spot because he got the hell knocked out of him and beat up and knocked out in round 5. And listen, Alexander Usyk is one of the best of his generation. He beat all these guys. He beat that giant tree stump, Tyson Fury, shut him up. He beat AJ from Brooklyn. I mean, not from Brooklyn, from Britain. He beat Anthony Joshua. He beat all these guys. He beat the guy he beat tonight twice. The guy hit him in. It's just the guy was a cruiserweight. He followed a similar path to Evander Holyfield. Holyfield, I think, had 3 belts at the time. This guy was able to unify the cruiserweight, then moved up to the heavyweight and just literally dispatched every last one of them guys. So shout out to Alexander Usyk, man, very slick fighter. And now he's gonna go get it. Now he's gonna go get his paper. He's supposed to be rumored to fight Jake Paul. So that's gonna be interesting as well. So it is what you got. All right. Kai says, who you got, Q? Clarissa or Layla Ali? I gotta go with Clarissa Shields. Layla Ali has not fought in years. I know I've heard interviews about her saying what she would do, that Clarissa doesn't have any power, and that Layla had power, but you got to remember she hadn't fought in years, and I don't know what kind of fighting shape she is going to be in, but it won't be easy. I know she's a taller fighter. I know you once a fighter, always a fighter, but it's all about conditioning. You got Clarissa Shields on top of her game right now. That'll be an interesting fight. But if anybody gonna make something like that work, it's Turkey Al-Ashik. He's gonna make that work. He's gonna make that work. All right. So yeah, Scoop says he loved the nickel under the new scheme. That's gonna be fun watching them go because I know it's gonna be interesting. King Eternal shout out to says they walked Alontae right into that with the Glorilla. Let's just before we start getting all of the hijinks and all that kind of stuff going on, let's just make sure we take care of the business of football, brother. Because it's a lot better when she's dating a winner as opposed to a chicken dinner. You get what I'm saying? You heard that? Did you capture that, baby? All right. So anyway.